Well, good morning, sunshines. We've made it to that time of the year. It is time to direct sow some seeds. So I want to get some seeds sown, and then I need to work on some roses. So what I'm going to be sowing today, I already prepared 4 beds. These two over here, if you're familiar with my channel and you've been watching and following along, you already know how I prepare these beds, but let's walk through it real quick. So we have last year's soil, or even all the years. I think I've been gardening in the space for this is year 3. So we had that soil that, of course, it lowered. I went ahead and add some leaves to this bed, and then I grabbed compost from out of the chicken run, added that, and then I topped it with some soil. Okay, and I also in these beds added a little bit of plant tone, just a little bit. Seeds of course don't need any of this fertilizer, but this is it's granulated. Like, it's not going to work right away, if that makes sense. It works over time. Anyways, so in this bed right here, and I believe I am following my guide that I made for the year, where I wanted to sow stuff to a certain extent. For sure, beets. I always plant beets here. So we're going to plant beets here, and then we're going to put carrots here. So let's start off with our beets. I'm also going to sow arugula in the front of each bed, like a row of arugula. I've never done that, but I think that it will be okay. And so over here in this area, this is a full sun area. This is like down from the hill garden, what I call the hillside garden. It's a part of that. And so what I'm going to do to simply sow these seeds is I'm just going to, and everything got a layer of water in, so we don't need to water. And we're getting rain. And so I'm just going to create an indent of where I want to sow these seeds. And I think I can get about 4 rows in here. And this top row right here will be for our arugula. So that's how I'm going to sow these beet seeds. What do I use beets for? I juice. I do not like them cooked. And for this, I'm not going to use my gloves. The beet seeds are not as small as the carrot seeds. This pack is old, so I'm going to try to use this whole pack, and I'm just going to sprinkle the seeds down, trying to create some type of spacing. I might have to thin them out. I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of thinning out, and I don't always come back to thin things out. But I feel like I can get another row back here. So let me go ahead and just make another indent. I'm going to squeeze these in here. I want to use all these seeds. But I think it'll be fine. I don't need huge beets. But they do need some space. But we'll see what happens, and then we can thin them out. This row I made pretty big as well, so we'll go ahead. And so I'm just dropping them lightly. Try not to drop too many in one space. But that will get all of these that are in my hand out of my hand. Perfect. I dropped quite a few here. Okay, and then in front of it, I'm going to put some arugula. And I'm going to use all these seeds as well. These seeds are much smaller than those, but we're just going to drop a row. Like that. Put my glove on. Let's cover them back. And one thing about making sure to moisten the soil, you won't drown the seeds. and make them go all the way to the bottom of the bed. We don't want to drown the seeds. So, and if I find that I didn't cover them all, I can always come put like a light layer, add a light layer of soil on top. And that's that. I'm going to do the same process to the next bed, but just using carrot seeds. The name of the beet seeds that I use are Detroit Dark Red Medium. And in this bed right here, I'm about to sow some little finger carrots. Same process. And in this bed, I'm going to just do only carrots. I'm going to sow arugula on the other side when we get to the other side. Second bed done. Let's go to the other side of the garden and sow those seeds. So here we are on the other side, and there goes our onion bed. Our onions had a great night. They look like they're going to be fine. But we're going to use this bed right here that I already prepared. At the end of it, you will see that there are some chives that are already growing. This right here is just my little protector. Like, for whatever reason, something was digging in this bed, and so I got this motion light that will light up. And when I came over here, I remembered because I saw a little indent again, so I don't know what it is. So this bed right here is going to be my lettuce bed. I'm going to sow all lettuce seed, and I sow lettuce seed heavy, and I let them grow because we eat them, the chickens eat them, we eat them young. I don't wait for it to turn into a big head of lettuce. As a matter of fact, let's get the lettuce I will be sowing, and it's just called salad bowl mix. And I'm going to sow this whole packet in this bed, and I will do that a couple of times in the summer. Like, I'll come back and throw some more seed in here and just continuously have lettuce for us and the chickens. And so for the lettuce, I'm going to do a different process. I'm not making, well, yes, I will. I wasn't going to make lines, but I actually do need to make them. So let's make a few lines. Okay, there we go. Take this glove off. A few lines, a few burrows, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to drop them seeds in there. Whole pack gone. Just like that. One more bed. So we are now over here in my black garden, and what I'm going to be sowing is some more carrots. I'd never sowed carrots over here on this side, so I want to try them. And I'm going to do radishes. My family, we don't eat a lot of radishes, so I'm not going to do too many. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this little area right here, radishes, and then the rest I will do of the Danvers carrot. So repeat the process. Just a few radishes. And these are just cherry bell radish. So yep, right in here. That should be plenty. I'm not gonna do the whole packet in this little space, but and then we have these Danvers 126 carrot. They just look like a shorter carrot. So I didn't sow this whole packet either. So that is the start of our veggie garden. Yay! We got our onions in, we got our beets, our arugula, our carrots, and our radishes, and our lettuce. I just love seeing this dark, rich soil at the beginning of garden season, and then when everything flushes in, it's going to be great. All right, now let's talk roses. I have a plant list, and I have been getting the items I need. First of all, one of the things, I think I had 12 plants on my wish list. One of the things was the Brennera. We already got that. We got the Brennera. I ended up finding the Brennera. I was ecstatic about that. Like, oh my gosh, I already had some in my stash that I didn't know what was there. There was one other thing that I got from my plant. Oh, the hostas, the blue hostas. Although they're not blue, they said they were, but we still got them, okay? The other thing I wanted were the climbing roses. And we got the climbing roses. Let me show you. So behind me is a trellis where I want the roses to climb up. It is the entrance to the chicken coop where I have the trellis, and I'll give you a better picture again when I back up some. But I did get these roses. Now, my daughter wanted red roses, and I wanted to give her what she wanted. So we have a red one. Unfortunately, the other ones did not look good. So I really wanted this one, so I grabbed this one. And so with the roses, this is a Climbing Dublin Bay. That is the name of the rose, Climbing Rose, right? And this one is red. It needs full sun. It has a strong fragrance. And so I'm going to be taking this and planting it right here. The other one is called Climbing America. That's the name of the rose. This says it also has a strong fragrance. So we're going to be getting these in the ground. They bloom in the summer, spring, and fall. It's super pretty. I didn't give you all a close-up. That is the color of that one. And then this one is a traditional, in my opinion, traditional deep red. So super pretty. But first, I have those 2 white roses here, and they're drift roses. I'm going to need to remove them. I looked it up. It said it was okay to move them, but to make it easy on them, because we are still in early spring, I'm going to dig a hole in advance. Now, I had a heather here, but it died. So I'm just going to try to make a smooth transition from here to here. Because these climbing roses might not do much this year, I'm going to keep these over here for now so I can still have some roses in this area. So I'm going to dig up this heather, prepare the hole. I did fertilize them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them some plant tone in the hole, water them in very well, and I think that they're going to be okay. So that's what we're going to do. Oops, I almost messed up a tulip. Hey worm, sorry to disturb your peace. I know we have the hole dug. Gonna go ahead and take the rose out. I didn't drop the plant tone because, and I'm gonna try to really get in there, but I just planted this. See, it came out easily because we planted this in the fall. I don't have any rose gloves, but I'm gonna put on a glove just so I can grip it. So I feel like it's just getting a light disturbance, like, because it's just shifting straight over. Ooh, be careful, girl. Scratch up my face. See, the roots has it fully rooted in, so it's fine. And that hole's a little too deep. Oh, I broke you. Sorry. I think I want to turn that long stem to the back. And I think that'll be good. You are gonna have to take these tags off at some point. Okay. And see how it's already, like, you probably can't see. I'll hold it up, but maybe you can. It's already like connecting, making engagement with the fence. I think that's a good thing. That is a great thing. I'm just breaking off some of these dead tips. Okay, let me put some plant tone in here. And we're going to get rain tomorrow, but I'm going to water these in very good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put some water in the hole. And I think I want that a little bit deeper. Oh, I think I broke my tulip, guys. I'm sorry, tulip. Oh, I found a grub. Get out of here, grub. Some weeds. Okay, I think that's good. Let's do the next one. Gotta watch out for the tulips. Same process, same plant that was here, a heather. Checking for grubs. Didn't see any. Okay, that's perfect actually. Whew. Trying to position this without getting stuck. Okay, let's. And I don't think this will be there forever, Holmes, but for now. Ouch. Ooh, I found a big old grub. Oh, get out of here. Oh no. Alright, it's in. It looks good. I feel like this one though is further away from the fence than the other one, but it's okay. I probably should have turned this one around, but there is like daffodils coming up behind it, so I'm just leaving it. Okay, so let's get the roses in. The climbing one. So I'm gonna put the red one on this side. So my daughter, she really wanted that one, so she'll be able to see that rose, and I'll put mine on the other side. So hers will be the star kind of. But I feel like once they meet, they're gonna look so pretty together. So I don't mind the two roses. And this is what it looks like. It comes, it has it's bare root, it has tons of soil. Typically what you can do is soak the roots for like 24 hours, or a couple of hours. I'm not doing that. It's gonna rain for the next 2 days. I think it's gonna be fine. I mean, it lasted in here at Lowe's, so but we're not going to let this soil go to waste. We're going to actually use this soil as well in the hole. So what did I do with my fertilizer? This, I planted bare root roses. These obviously are not bare root roses, but over in the wall garden is where I planted some bare root roses before. I didn't soak them and they're doing fine, but I'm going to give this plenty of water today. And if it doesn't rain, I'll come back out and give it water too. And so what I want to do with this rose is I'm going to put it in here, but I'm going to put it lean in because I want it to grow up the fence. And so I'm going to lean it on the fence so when it starts to grow out, it can start climbing the fence. I know I'm going to have to attach it, from what I understand, to the fence. And then what I also want to make sure I do is I'm going to use this soil right here, is you want to mound it up. You want to make sure that soil is mounded up on it as well. So I think leaning it like that would be good. It's actually touching. Maybe I'll pull it out just a little. So like right there. I'm going to put some fertilizer down in here. Position it like that. Let's water the whole. Water it really, really good. Okay. And then backfill. Make sure we're covering all those roots. I think I want to push it down a little deeper. Tucking it in there. This is not my favorite water canner. It just feels like stuff gets stuck in here all the time. All right. I hope that's good. I really, really hope that's good. Okay, let's get the next one in. I think that's it. Oh, I forgot to water in the hole. That's all right. And there we have it. This one is the pink one. I forgot the names, but it'll produce the pink blooms. I do think there is a greater distance between these two roses and those ones, but it's okay because, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be their permanent home, but we'll see. So this is a pink rose, and then over here is the red one. I think that's going to be absolutely gorgeous when they grow up and they grow together over this trellis, arch, whatever you want to call it. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful when it grows up. The red and the pink roses, the white ones are on the side for now, and another plant wish down. And he's been watching me the whole time. My little friend. That's my buddy, y'all. So we got lots done today. Our second planting outside. Well, our first direct sow of seeds, but our second outdoor planting of our veggies. And then we got our roses, our climbing roses in the ground. Can you see I'm excited about these climbing roses? I'm super excited about them. And so we'll see what happens. I think I did what I needed to do with those roses. But until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment. I will talk back. And don't forget to subscribe. If you already done all three, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Until next time, blessings. Bye.